The first thing that I'm going to show you is how to use the calculator. So this is going to be a calculator tutorial right now. We're not going to do the first example. I just want to show you where the functions are in the calculator and how to use them. Alright, so the calculator can take a derivative for you at a particular point, okay? So, for instance, we're going to do it by hand right now. F of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x. Okay, I just made up a function. Now let's say we want to find, so find f prime of 3. Find the derivative at 3. Alright, well the first thing we need is the derivative, f prime of x is equal to, that's a power rule, so we get 6x squared minus, and that's a power rule, we just get minus 5. So now, we just need to plug in 3 into the derivative. F prime of 3 is equal to 6 times 3 squared minus 5, which is equal to 6 times 9 minus 5, or 45, or sorry, not 45, 54. 6 times 9 is 54. 54 minus 5 is 49. Okay, so this is doing it by hand. This is finding the derivative at a specific point. Now, the calculator cannot give you the derivative as an equation, okay? So, if you're trying to take the derivative and expect the calculator to give you the equation of the derivative, that's not going to happen. It'll give you the derivative at a particular point, so it's giving you a numerical answer back. Now, when the calculator does this derivative for you, it's numerically doing the derivative, okay? So, since it's numerically doing the derivative, sometimes you will get answers on the calculator, like in this problem, the answer here is exactly 49, but the calculator may put 49.000000, and then the last digit might be a 1 or a 2 or something like that. Maybe we'll encounter it on this example, we'll see. Okay, so let's see, we've got our answer. Let me erase this. There's our function. We're going to keep our function, and then we already found f prime of 3 was equal to 49, okay? This was the answer by hand. Let's go ahead and do it on the calculator. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is enter f of x, oh that's a big F, I meant little f of x, into y1. Okay, so you're going to enter f of x into y1 on your calculator. That means you need to press your y equals button. So the y equals button. And then go to y1. It doesn't have to be in y1, but that's the first one. And you're going to plug in this function into y1. So 2x to the third minus 5x. And then here is what my calculator looks like when I entered it into the y equals. And you don't need to graph it, okay? So you just hit mode and then clear and get back to your main screen, and then you're going to hit the math button. It's located right underneath your alpha key, which is right underneath your second button, okay? You hit math, and you stay in that first category, math. And you could scroll down. Scrolling up is faster. So you stay in this category here. And then scrolling up, you're going to go to the one I have highlighted is n deriv, and it has a parenthesis. This is option number 8. It says n deriv with the parenthesis. This is the one you're going to want to choose. So this will take the derivative for you at a specified value, okay? Alright, so upon clicking that, some of you, depending on your calculator, will have it look like my calculator. Okay? It'll show a D with a D and a little box right there. It'll have another box, and then it'll have a last box way over there, okay? So if you have that, that's the one I'm going to explain first, okay? So if you do not have this on your calculator, I would just skip ahead in the video, see where I stop explaining this part, and do it the other way. Okay, so we have these boxes here. So right here, you're telling the calculator what are you taking the derivative of, what variable, okay? We could have put y's here and stuff like that and did a y. We could write the equation in terms of y, a, b, whatever we want. It's just a lot easier to do it in x's because you have an x button on your calculator. So that's what you're going to hit. You're going to hit the x button. It's right underneath your mode button. Now, you have to tell the calculator what are you taking the derivative of. What is the function right here? Okay? So if you remember, we entered this function into y1. So we need to put y1 into there. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. To get y1, so hit, it's the vars button, V-A-R-S. Look by your arrow keys. It is right there. It's this button right here, right above my finger. V-A-R-S. Hit the vars button. And then you're going to see the window. It says, oh, what does it say? I can't read backwards. It says vars and it says y vars. You want y vars. So I'm just going to click right. Y vars. I'm going to go to function. And then there's all my y1, y2, y3, so on and so on. So y1, oh, I forgot to put my variable. There we go. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so to get y1, hit vars, move over to y vars, and go to function. So to get y1, hit the vars button, scroll over to the right, move over to y vars, go down to, or it should be the first option, go to function, hit enter, and then you should see the list of y1, y2, y3, y4, so on and so on, okay? Now, this right here, that's just the value that you want the derivative at. At what x value are we trying to find the derivative at? So in here, x is equal to 3. So I put 3 right into there. And then I hit enter. And as you can see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. 49 point, a bunch of zeros, and then a 2 at the end. There could be a 1 at the end, a 3 at the end. I mean, the calculator is numerically doing this derivative, and as you can see, it is very accurate, okay? So when doing this on the calculator, like if you want to give your answer, you can notice that it should be 49. So you could just get rid of all that decimal stuff and just say 49. So let's see, this was 49.000002. Ran out of room. Oh, I think I put an extra 0 in there. Which just make it 49. Okay, so that's how you numerically find the derivative on your calculator. We are going to use this function to help us do Newton's method. Now, some of you may not have when you use your n-deriv on your calculator, you may not have it where it shows the d over dx and stuff like that. it's going on your main screen, it's going to say n deriv with a parenthesis. Now what you have to do is you enter in your function, so y1, comma, what variable, comma, the number. We're finding the derivative at 3. Okay, so let me show you again how to get y1, because I know some of you may have skipped ahead. You missed the explanation of where I get y1 from. So if you have it on your calculator like this, you need to do y1, comma, the variable, comma, 3. So to get y1, hit the vars button. You're going to hit the vars button, okay? The vars button is right above my finger right here. VARS, okay? Right there, the vars button. Upon hitting the vars button, you're going to see two menus up top here. You got vars and you got yvars. You're going to go over to yvars. Once you go to yvars, the very first option is function. So I'm going to click function. Click function. And as you can see, there's a list of y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, and so on. So if you are using your calculator and you have the numerical derivative function appears on your calculator like this, and it does not show it like this, d by d box, parenthesis, x is equal to box. Okay? If it shows it like this, you use your function first. How you get your y1 is you hit vars, you go over to yvars, and you click on function. Function should be the very first option, so you just hit enter, and you should see a list of your y values. y1, y2, so on. So we entered this into y1 on your y equals, so that's why we're using y1. If you entered this in y2, you would use it at y2, comma, x, comma, 3. So what variable is your function, x values? What value are you taking the derivative at? And if you hit the enter button, you're going to get 49.000002. Okay? Now, if you remember doing it by hand, we got 49. So this is a numerical derivative. It's approximating the derivative. And as you can see, it is very close to 49. It is very accurate. So what you would just do, you would just get rid of all this and just make this 49. Okay. So this ends the tutorial on how to use your calculator to find the derivative. We're going to be using this function in the next video on how to do Newton's method.